Sanibel Fort Myers Poker Run has been running for 3 years and has always been hosted right here at the Sanibel Harbor Resort in Fort Myers. We started the event off on Saturday morning with a poker card right off the docks at Sanibel Harbor Resort, and this year, for the first time, we would head south instead of north on today's poker run course. This is Bob Barnhart, who volunteered to be our official pace boat with his beautiful 50-foot Nortec called Team Predator. You can see that the weather was perfect today with beautiful calm seas as we catch up with Robert D'Angelo in his 38-foot Donzi ZR powered by Mercury Racing 700 SCIs. Zach and Lucy Taylor from Michigan own an Outer Limits powerboat, but they keep this 32 Intrepid in Marco Island, and that's what they brought on the run today. Now to the other extreme. This is Frank and Millie Riccardelli's 50-foot Nortec Gold Rush with over 4,000 horsepower. The group spreads out as we head further south beyond Marco, and this is a classic Apache, very unusual to see. 10 years ago we had a bunch of these in the club. It's a 47-foot Apache powered by triple 1,000 horsepower Chief engines called Kimosabi. John Froelich is an avid Apache collector, and we used to see a lot of these on the run several years ago. What a classic machine and a great boat to take if you're going offshore in the big seas. You couldn't ask for better conditions for this run today as we take this 85-mile trip from Fort Myers heading down towards the Florida Everglades. We've arrived at Indian Key now. This pass will bring us into the intracoastal waterways and lead us through a winding waterway to Everglades City. Probably one of the most scenic rides. This is why we call it Powerboating in Paradise. Truly an adventure with the Florida Powerboat Club. It's the first time we've gone to Everglades City with the club in years, and everyone had a wonderful time. Our destination today is Everglades Isle Motor Coach Retreat. It's in the heart of Everglades City. We had a wonderful lunch there, and everyone got a chance to go out and enjoy the airboat rides. Just 3 months later, we were headed to the Bahamas for our annual Bahamas Poker Run, and as Josh Diven from Texas shows us, it was pretty rough seas that day. It didn't take long before we decided it was kind of smart to head to the protected waters of Biscayne Bay and maybe take a day or two retreat down to the Florida Keys as we waited for the weather to calm down so we could head to the Bahamas safely. Here's Paul Bertucci, our pace boat for the weekend. He's from Gulfport, Mississippi. This is a 43-foot Nortec called Beer Money. Here's Larry and Amy Luna from Texas. This is a 36-foot Nortec Supercat with over 2,000 horsepower. Here's another team from the Lone Star State. It's David and Kelly York in their 39-foot Cigarette Top Gun powered by Mercury Racing 700s. This is Richard and Bridget Roberts, who came all the way from Quebec, Canada, to join us in their 43-foot Nortec. This one's got big power, Mercury Racing 850s. Here's a Pompano-built boat. It's a 37-foot Active Thunder owned by Jeff Campbell. It's their first big run with the family in this 37, which is powered by Mercury Racing 600s. Now we're talking about the big cats. Kenny Armstrong from Texas. This is a 44-foot MTI called Hellraiser. It's got Mercury Racing 1075s and it's capable of speeds close to 150 miles per hour. We headed south to Key Largo, then on to Isla Morada, where we stayed at Chica Lodge for 2 beautiful days. When the weather got better, it was time to head offshore for Bimini. Do that too. Larry, did you do immigration too? Yeah. You ain't done yet. You ain't done yet, Captain.
You only have to write everybody's name about 4 times.
For first-timers that arrive in Bimini by boat, there's an amazing sense of accomplishment. That's until you have to clear customs. It does take a few minutes, but after that, it's time to relax on the boats and get settled in for the night. Bimini Harbor is one of the most fun places to visit. There's all kinds of marinas, nice little shops to visit, and you can't beat the charm of the local Bahamian people. They're called Biminites. After clearing customs, it was time to jump back on the boats and head about 2 miles north to North Bimini at the Bimini Bay Resort, where we'd settle in for the night. The Bimini Bay Resort has made Bimini truly a great destination for boaters, and we can't wait till we return again in July this summer.